All right, let's get right into it. We're going to be talking about one of the biggest, most exciting ideas in finance, passive income. But here's the thing. It's a concept that is just surrounded by so much hype and honestly a lot of misunderstanding. So today, we're cutting through all of that noise. We're going to get to what it really is and, more importantly, how you can make it work.
You've all heard this phrase, right? I mean, it's pretty much iconic. It just paints this amazing picture, doesn't it? Effortless wealth, total financial freedom. It is the absolute dream for anyone who's just tired of the 9-to-5 grind. But is that picture even real?
And this right here, this shows you the huge gap between that dream and the day-to-day reality for most people. On one side, you've got the fantasy, right? The money just magically appears in your bank account. And on the other side, well, that's the reality most of us know. You work, you get paid. If you stop working, the money stops coming in. Simple as that. And that is the exact trade-off we're trying to break free from. So look, to really wrap our heads around what passive income is, we have to start with what it isn't. And believe me, this is where almost everyone gets it wrong. This is probably the most important thing to get straight right from the get-go. Real passive income is not some get-rich-quick scheme. It is not about finding some secret internet loophole or pressing a magic button that just spits out cash. If anyone ever tries to sell you on that idea, you should probably just turn and run the other way. Okay, so if it's not magic, then what is it? Well, there's a much better, way more accurate term for this whole idea, and it's called front-loaded income. And just shifting your thinking to this phrase, trust me, it changes everything. See? This definition totally reframes the entire concept. It's not about getting something for nothing. Not at all. It's about doing the hard work once, right up front, to build something, an asset that then goes on to work for you. You're investing your time, your skills, or your money to create a system that can pay you back for months or even years down the road.
So it's pretty clear you're not just, sitting around waiting for money to fall from the sky. You're actively building a system. So let's break down what that building process really looks like.
This breaks it down perfectly. You start with that big initial push, that's the front-loading part. You put in the work. You use that work to create something valuable. Maybe it's writing an ebook, developing a simple app, or buying a rental property. Then that asset starts generating revenue. And the goal, the dream, is to get to that beautiful final stage, minimal maintenance, where the system you built is basically running on its own. And we are not just talking about old school stuff here. I mean, the digital world has completely blown the doors off of what's possible. We're talking about creating an online course that shares your expertise, building a stock portfolio that pays you dividends automatically, or even creating digital art or music. The opportunities today are more accessible than they have ever been in history.
Okay, so the possibilities are there, they're exciting. But theory is one thing and actually doing it is another. So how do you get started? This is where we shift from the what to the how. It's all about having a practical roadmap to get you there.
And that's the key, really. We're moving past the daydream and into the actual blueprint. It's about demystifying this whole process so that anyone can start building, one piece at a time. And that first step, it's never quit your job. No way. It's more like choose one idea and dedicate 2 hours this weekend to it. It's all about starting small to build some real momentum. A good plan breaks it all down. For an online course, it's not just make a course, it's step 1, test your idea. Step 2, outline your lessons. Step 3, record your first video. A real roadmap is also honest about the numbers. Hey, it might take you 6 months of work before you see your first dollar. And it shows you how to grow. That first $100 you make, that's not for a fancy dinner, that's to run an ad that might bring in the next 1,000. And finally, it helps you avoid the classic mistakes, like the biggest one of all, picking a project you're not actually passionate about. Because when that front-loaded work gets tough, that passion is the only thing that's going to keep you going. And as we start to wrap this up, it's just so important to remember the real reason we're even talking about this. Building these systems, this front-loaded income. It's not just some financial exercise. It is about fundamentally changing the way you live your life. And this right here, this gets to the absolute heart of it. The money, it's just a tool. The real prize, the true reward, is getting back your most valuable asset, your time. It's about dialing down that constant financial stress that so many of us feel. It's about creating a life where you get to make choices based on what you want to do, not just what you have to do. So this is what it all comes down to. It's not a myth, but it's not magic either. It's a choice. A choice to invest in yourself, to do the hard work up front so you can build a life that has more freedom. So really, the only question left is the one right here on the screen.